Hello, Instagram. Welcome back and Happy New Year to each one of you. Let's see who is joining in. And I hope you all are really super excited to welcome the new year. Hi, Neha. Hi, Nutan. So let other people join. And we already have a guest. She is really so punctual and amazing that she's on time. So, Nutan, you need to send me the request so that I can take you live with me. And she's a life coach, and I'm not going to introduce her. I really want today that she should talk about her journey. She's a wonderful friend. We both did the course together, so I'm just waiting for her to join. Yeah. And I'm sure I'm going to talk a lot about, because last week I was not live. So this is finally we are meeting for the new. Hi, Nutan.
Hi, Meenal. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I was
And
just telling my tribe that I was not live last week. So this is that today we are going to talk a lot about this self-love, and we are going to
sure.
ask them specially for 10 days what they did for themselves. So let everyone join. And Nutan, I have not introduced. I purposely want you to introduce yourself. I
Sure.
want them because I told them that we already are friends and we did a course together. So, how was your journey? What you did? How you turned up and landed up as a life coach? Everything I want you to talk about that. So, first of
Sure.
all, Nutan, it's you who would be introducing yourself. And welcome to everyone, those who have joined us. Yes, Nutan, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Meenal, for inviting me on your Insta Live. And if I talk about me, I have an experience of 12 years in financial planning because I
Amazing.
started earning when I was 20 years old. And I was so fond of to learn these things that how can we increase money? How can we grow money? Normally, people say that money does not grow on the trees. But I am the person who didn't have any belief in it and I wanted to learn it. That's why I learned financial planning, and then I really came to know after a lot of techniques, a lot of principle that yes, money can be grown on the trees if we are ready to do it.
Very good. I loved it. You started your introduction only with breaking limiting belief. Amazing.
Thank you so
Super.
much. And
Yes.
I am a firm believer of self love because, if we do not love ourselves, we cannot grow in our life. In fact, we cannot do anything in our life. हम अपनी लाइफ में ना कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते because if we do not have love for ourselves, we are not focused on what we want to do. That's why it
Yes.
is the must. And when I got married in year 2013, then I had some issues because in Indian culture, whenever a girl gets married, there are different level of expectations. Even we expect a lot from that family. They also have different set of expectations from us. And whenever
Yes.
there are a lot of expectation, there are clashes. तो उसी चक्कर में हुआ क्या ना बड़ी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स एंड ऑल दीज देन आई स्टार्टेड टू ब्लेम एवरीवन then I started to blame god that why me and all these things.
Yes.
And then I really realized that see, we are ready to change everything around us. हम लोग ना
Yes.
whenever we get stuck in that emotional trauma, तो हम
Hmm.
सोचते हैं कि यार ये बंदा लाइफ में ना होता लाइफ बेटर होती. अगर ये चीज ऐसे होती तो शायद हमारी लाइफ बेटर होती. बट द फैक्ट इज इफ वी आर नॉट रेडी टू वर्क ऑन आवर सेल्फ, कुछ भी नहीं अच्छा हो सकता. Then I started to work on myself and I started this journey of self growth. Then I learned life coaching from many mentors. And as you said, yes, we are the part of one tribe. We are good
Yes.
friends. And when
Yes.
that journey begin to work on ourselves, then everything starts to work for you. And that happened with
Yes.
me. It's my journey.
Amazing. Amazing. So, just one important thing to all the audience, that it's new year and why we decided to talk about this self-love, because I really wanted to ask each one of you, and I really want you to participate in this live and write it down in the chat box, that already 10 days are over of this year. Correct? So 30, 31st, 1st, there were so many programs and seminars and webinars by the coaches, and you people joined. Correct? You all took the resolutions. Now, after 10 days, where do you find yourself? Have you really changed or your habits, or really you have started working on yourself, or everything turned back to the pavilion, and then all whatever was your enthusiasm or your willpower was very high, and now again you are back? So please write it down in the chat box. Anything which you have started working on yourself. Anything. Just write it down, whatever you want. And then we would be starting our life, because I really want you people to check when we talk about the self love. Are you really loving yourself? Are you really focused, as beautifully shared by Nutan, that everything starts with self love? So, what was your resolution? Have you really started? And even if you don't talk about resolution, any goal or any commitment which you did for yourself, come on, go ahead and write it. Can you all write it down in the chat box? I don't know whether they can write it or not. If you can write it, or because some of them, yes, Santosh has given some weird face. Tamim is writing, hi, Meenu ma'am. So there are people who can write. Hi, Santosh. There are many people who have written. So I hope you can write. And I want all the participants, those who are listening our live, to participate in it. I just don't want a one-way communication, because we all are a tribe. And I want कि आप लोग सब participate करो. So working a lot, my enthusiasm is still on, and the list is huge. Amazing, Soumya. Superb. I love that you took that initiative to write it down. So lots of love. Thank you so much, Soumya, for that. Now, my first question to Nutan is, it's very natural, like she said, since early age, or at the age of 20 only, she started that she wants to work on her finances, and she wants to be financial independent. She really thought she never had a limiting beliefs related to money. So, Nutan, my first question is, when did you realize this, that you should love yourself, or you should keep yourself the first priority?
You know, Minal, in life, what happens, I have personally observed that, you know, at times we love to be in that victimhood. Whenever we are in problem, we love to expect from others that someone should come and get me out of this problem. We
Yes.
love to blame others. You know, we start to feel like this is not guilty, like this is not my mistake. God has made this my destiny. I have to live this life, and we blame others. कि उसकी वजह से ऐसा है, ये ऐसा ना होता तो शायद बेटर होता. So I have personally observed that whenever in your life this BE game starts, which is blaming and expecting, you should be little more kind to yourself. You should really love yourself little more and try to find out the reason that where there is that lack that you need to work on yourself. And then you find the point where you need to work and everything will change. So whenever you feel, you blame, you expect, love yourself more. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Yes, like Nutan said, really, I want to also add in this, that when we are at the age of 20, 25, 30, till the time we are just trying to understand and observe the world, how it works. For 15 years, we study, then we go for our higher education, then we have to marry. करेक्ट उस जो टिल एज ऑफ 25 to 30 हम इस दुनिया को जानते रहते हैं, राइट? उसके अलावा हम कुछ भी नहीं करते. समथिंग डिफरेंट, वी आर जस्ट इन द सर्वाइवल मोड. तो हमारे और एनिमल्स में इतना कोई डिफरेंस ही नहीं रह पाता है, बिकॉज वी आर जस्ट डूइंग आवर डेली रूटीन, एंड हम जितनी भी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, फाइनली इट इज फॉर द फूड which we want on our table. Correct. So when I was almost 38, Nutan, that time I was thinking कि यार इतनी बड़ी हो गई हूँ, लेकिन अभी तक कुछ भी नहीं कर रही हूँ. And it was 2020, I suppose, and I was really thinking, यार, now it's high time I should do something. And finally, when I started working on myself, because it was really a calling. In last life also I said this, that आपके पास जब सब कुछ होता है, फिर भी if you don't have that happiness, फिर भी if you feel that there is some gap, फिर भी if you feel some loneliness, that something gave me that triggered, and I started investigating, or you can say I started exploring myself. Then I realized that self-love was missing. It was कि मैं अपने आप को priority नहीं देती थी. I was just thinking about others. Yes, Nutan, it is something
Exactly.
every Indian woman has this mindset.
And it happens, in Indian society, our conditioning, our cultural conditioning is like that we women are only to give. And after marriage, we need to take care of everything. And no matter in that, we forget to take care of ourselves. And that
Yes,
is
it's
something
so
which
true.
is taught to us, that you are to do this thing. And in this thing, we go into that victimhood, we get ourselves filled with that, at times with hate, resentfulness, that we need to work on. And that's
Yes, a
why
lot.
this,
And
yes,
yes, yes, yes. Please continue,
and
Nutan.
that's why this self love is so much important in everyone's life. Because we do not even realize that what is self love, because at times people call it is to be selfish. If we prioritize ourselves, we are disrespecting others, we are ignoring others. But that is only a myth, because we love others, but with that we also need to love ourselves.
Yes. And self love starts when you start understanding your why, when you start understanding your purpose. That is the
Yes,
time when you realize कि ये self love होता क्या है. The not Bollywood love, which Bollywood
yes,
has shown us. Self love is beyond that. I personally
yes,
feel that self love is understanding who you are in depth, understanding that how your life is working, understanding that what you want and what gives you that joy from inside. So that is
absolutely.
what our journey started, and we started unleashing the potential within us. इसके पहले हम कभी जान भी नहीं पाते कि हमारे अंदर कोई core potential है कि
Yes,
नहीं. Right? So, Nutan,
yes.
my second question to you is that how far is your journey related to self love and what you achieved when you started loving yourself? It's not in the terms of monetary, but what you feel that this was Nutan before loving herself and today she is with these all aspects. So, please go ahead, Nutan.
Sure. Meenal, as I earlier shared that when I got married, there were a lot of things in my life. And then when after I became mother of my beautiful, lovely daughter, she is 4 years old, I became mother in 2018. Till that time, I was working. So I was so busy, busy, busy. And after 2019 end, I quit from my job, and I was 24/7 available at my home for everyone. And as I told that in our society, it is told that if you are a mother, it is your job to take care of a child. That I personally accept. But still, we also need to take care of ourselves, because what used
Yes.
to happen with me when I became mother, somehow I felt that I'm not able to give that love and affection to my daughter, which I really wanted to do. I really wanted to love her a lot from the bottom of my heart, but I was not able to. The reason was because I stopped to love myself. And if I was
Yeah.
not filled with love, how could I share it with anyone? Then that was the point when I really realized, Nutan, you need to work on yourself.
So
Because
sweet.
only a happy mom can make a happy home. It's a saying. And this is very true in my case. And I was literally struggling to find, Nutan, you are a mother. How can you be so? I hope there are many ladies who also feel the same. क्योंकि कई बार होता है there
Yes.
is PPD and lot of things, we are not able to concentrate on what do we really want. After that, when I started to love myself, I would really like to share an example. Earlier what used to happen before starting this my journey, I normally wake up at 5 a.m. But every time when I used to wake up at 5, there was like, I have to do this, I have to do this. Why do I need to take care of everyone? And there are many ladies, when we really do lot of things for others, we really feel, yeah, why me? Because it used to happen, मेरे को सुबह उठ के कुकिंग करनी है, I need to take care of everyone. बच्चा है तो why it is only my responsibility, why my husband is not there, because my husband was not there, this is also the same. So there are a lot of things, there is guilt factor. And when I started to love myself, still the things are the same. I wake up at 4, 1 hour earlier than before, and still I get time for myself around 90 minutes. And I'm so happy that I wake up at 4 and I'm doing whatever I choose to do, whatever I want to do. That story has been changed after loving
Yes.
myself. So when I started to love myself, I really feel that I'm able to love others more. So that's why
Yes.
I say love yourself and spread love to all the people around you.
Yes, it's so true. It's like if your cup is empty, you cannot pour it into other
Yes.
cups. Correct.
Yes.
So first, and you cannot talk about love as a feeling. Also, I personally feel or emotion. Love is love. If
Yes.
you have it in the core, it will automatically vibrate and it will automatically come out. And what Nutan said, it's absolutely true. Like, I'm also a working mom, and I never stopped working. I just took 3 months maternity leave. And really, I want to share, Nutan, that when I used to take my 4 months child with me to the work, तो बहुत सारे लोग जज करते थे कि यार तुम पैसों के पीछे क्यों भागती हो. बट दे नेवर रियलाइज्ड कि मैं पैसों के पीछे नहीं भाग रही थी. There was something
Yes.
beyond that. That was the feeling which used to give me that ownness that yes, I'm capable. I really wanted to feel proud of myself that being a mom, I'm taking care of my son. Being a wife, I'm taking care of my home, my parents, my in-laws. But that time, during taking care of everyone, I realized कि मैंने खुद को खो दिया था. And then the
True.
output was that I used to get angry, I was short tempered, I used to react frequently. But then when I started operating from love, like as Nutan also said beautifully, that she was thinking कि मैं अपने बच्चे को 100% नहीं दे पा रही हूँ. So slowly and gradually this started coming to my mind. But still it did not work. It took a long 38 years to understand कि मेरा cup empty था. And I was
Yes.
trying to fill up the other cups. So, if first, it's very important. I would like to give you an example of, like in our culture, when means when we see Mahabharata or all the battles, what the people used to do, अंधेरे से पहले खत्म हो जाती थी और अर्ली मॉर्निंग उठ के वो लोग
हाँ.
बैटल्स पे जाने के लिए तैयार होते थे और फिर बैटल पे जाते थे. So I realized कि जब हम सुबह उठते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, when especially the females, when they get up, immediately they run to the kitchen, right, Nutan? Making up the
Yes.
tea, taking care of the kids, running for the school, hustle, everywhere it's hustle. I personally feel that when you wake up, you should get ready to enter the Ranbhumi or the battle. So get physically exercise. Secondly, mentally do mindfulness practices, do gratitude, journaling, and फिर battlefield में जाने के लिए अपने आप को बिना कवच पहने battlefield में मत जाओ. Immediately
Absolutely.
wake up, right? So
You
this
know
is
how
what
you.
maximum.
Yes. Sorry.
No, no, no. Please go ahead.
I also feel that how you start your day, that will make how would you end up your day. So if you would
Yes,
start your morning so strong, you would have a day according to you. Your day would
yes.
not make you run, you would run your day.
Yes, and that is what I said, that you need to get ready for the battle, for the battlefield, taking care of your all four domains and especially the inner world before facing the
Yes.
outer world. Or ye awareness, to be very honest, it's very important to spread amongst the women. बिकॉज वो इतने अवेयर ही नहीं होते हैं. उनको ऐसा लगता है सुबह उठते से सबको गरम गरम चाय दे दूं, सबको ब्रेकफास्ट दे दूं, सबको बच्चों को स्कूल भेज दूं.
हाँ.
Yes, Sarita, love. बिना कवच पहने रणभूमि में मत जाओ. Yes, don't go, because if you will go, finally you will exhaust, you will burn your energy in unnecessary stuff.
Yes.
So
So
it's
always
very
create
important,
a
and this
protective
is,
shield.
yeah, it's a protective shield. So it's very important. Uh, Nutan, my third question to you is when you said about the morning routine. So that's something which is a very core part to understand yourself, correct? When you wake up
Yes.
immediately in the morning. So from when you started following a proper morning routine and how it has impacted you and your life.
Sure. It has been around 8 months. From May
Great.
or June 2022, I started to follow a ritual, which is morning routine. And
Hmm.
I try to be so consistent, but by the end of the day, I still feel that you need to be kind to yourself. Because, many times what happens in your life, if you are not able to fulfill all the condition that you have imposed for yourself, then you become harsh to yourself. But that is something you need to take care of, that you always need to be kind to yourself. When I wake up in the morning, I follow a routine, definitely, as Meenal, you also do. I do gratitude, first of all, because that really makes you the receiving channel.
Yes.
So I do that. Affirmation, visualization, one more thing that I do, normally I prepare my to-do list one day before the next day,
Yes.
or if I'm not able to do that, I do that in the morning. And
Great.
whenever I prepare a to-do list, with that I also give the time that this task would take this time, this specific time, because that really makes my time so comfortable and makes me so easy to follow all the things that I want to do in that particular day. If you will give time to your task, you know that this slot would take itna time and you would be able to complete that task. And by the end of the day, even if you are able to make 70-80% that to-do list, that is awesome.
Correct. Correct.
So I do all these things: to-do list, gratitude, affirmation, visualization, meditation. I would not say that I do 100% because in the morning I'm not able to do, but still by like in the day whenever I get time, I try to do that.
Great, great. So, everyone, especially all the women in the live session, those who are listening to us, number one thing from today itself, it's a new year. Have a proper half an hour or 40 minutes routine. Or you can go with the strategy of 20-20-20 given by Robin Sharma. That is 20-minute meditation, 20 minutes exercise, and 20 minutes reading. So, please go ahead and prepare. There are savers technique,
Yes.
master technique, which I have created. So always start, first sentence which you start for yourself is I love Meenal. Like you can say I love Nutan. Always start, starting में आपको लगेगा यार ये कितना फालतू है, it's so much, it's not real. But slowly and gradually you will start understanding this power that when you
You know,
start saying to yourself, yes,
yes,
Nutan.
Meenal, I would really love to share an example here because that I have really observed. As you rightly said, and we all people, like especially the people who love themselves, we believe in that initially you feel like, this is not something which is applicable. These people talk nonsense. But it is really something that starts to work. Initially, when I started to love myself in the morning, whenever I wake up in the morning, and when I look into the mirror, earlier consciously I used to say, Nutan, I love you. And after 30 or 60 days, till the time when I wake up in the morning and look into the mirror, I do not need to say anything consciously because I feel that within my heart that, Nutan, I love you. I love you the most. I love you the way
Yeah.
you are. And it
Yes.
really
Yes.
starts in your life. So everyone who is watching us or who would watch this later, you should follow this. And it really
Yes.
works.
Yes. So first start your day by saying I love you, your name. Second thing, at least minimum for 10 minutes, close your eyes and sit with yourself.
Yes.
Let the thought come, pass it by, whatever you want to do. But 10 minutes, close your eyes consciously because you need to break from the out you need a break from the outside world before you start, because when we are sleeping we are not in the beta state. Your brain has four waves: alpha, beta, gamma, and theta. So we work in beta form. This 3D world, whatever we do it in the beta state. So it's very important that just sit for 10 minutes. Like Nutan said, it's preferably early in the morning, but not before going to bed or in any time. Because why it is important? Because from alpha, you're coming to beta. So meditation is must. Meditation naam nahi dena hai, mat do, but simply sit.
Huh.
Then you
Yeah.
should exercise. Okay.
Spend some
After
time in
exercise,
silence.
yes.
Spend some time in
Exercise
silence. Yes.
100%. After exercise, just go for journaling or reading, and then you start a coffee, tea, whatever you want to start. But one most important thing, and me and Nutan are going to definitely share with you all, that don't start your day with Instagram or WhatsApp. Never
Definitely.
ever. So Sarita is saying, yes, definitely I will follow this self-love routine. Yes, darling Sarita, you should follow. You will see the change in your life. Sapna is saying all these things really works. I experience it. My life change. Yes, Sapna, I love you. I know your life is changing, and I'm super proud because Sapna is in my very core inner circle and she's following everything. So I'm sure
Wow.
she will recently share the video with us. So you need to understand, life में बहुत बड़ा बड़ा नहीं करना है, छोटा छोटा करके ही जिंदगी बदलती है. हमेशा याद रखना. That is very important. So
बूंद बूंद
Nutan, I
करके
want.
जो घड़ा भरता है,
Hmm.
और यहाँ पे तो बूंद
Yes.
बूंद करके सागर भरता है. That is the magic of self love.
Yes. Nutan, मुझे एक चीज पूछना है that when you start this journey of your transformation, correct? Um, uh, being in India, especially, I have this question and I really want to ask in my life only. I know कि बहुत सारे लोग शायद हो भी सकता है इस question को appreciate नहीं करे, but being a woman, I really want to support every woman on this planet, irrespective of your culture and country. So my
Yes.
question to you is that when you start this journey, how many women only opposed you? How many times the women felt कि ये क्या करके रखा है, घर के काम काज करो, बच्चों पे ध्यान दो, your first duty is to take care of your family. So I'm sure it is yes, Pratiksha darling, you also follow me. Thank you, Sarita, even you are the super girl. So why I'm asking this openly on this platform, because I want every woman in this community, whether they are from your followers or my followers, कि हमें याद रखना है, हमें हर किसी को सपोर्ट करना है. Correct? So
Exactly.
I want you to throw some light on this because yes, I have seen when we start working on our goal or on our purpose, मेल से ज्यादा फीमेल्स एक दूसरे को पुल डाउन करती हैं. Correct? Right,
Yes.
Nupur, right, Nutan? So just let me know that what was who
You
who were
really,
those people who supported you and how was your takeaway? गुस्सा आता था, चिड़चिड़ होती थी, क्या होता था जब लोग आपको सपोर्ट नहीं करते थे?
you really very rightly said that in India it happens. And it does not matter it's a male or female, but it happens. And when I thought to start my journey, when I thought to start, even I not started my journey, when I thought to start, what feedback or what reaction did I get from people? पता नहीं खुद को क्या समझती है. Like, she is the mother of a baby and अब इसको क्या करना है. She was already doing job, she was earning good enough, her husband is capable enough to take care of everything. Why does she want to work? उसके बाद होता था what kind of mother she is, because her baby is too young. There are various labels that people give to you. Trust me, there are many labels, and I would not say here male and female because there are a lot of things. People say badi ghamandi hai, she is arrogant, but I don't know. People would feel what does she want to prove? All these labels were given to me too. But when
Yes.
you are really focused that you want to work on yourself, you do not need to prove it to others because you want to prove it to yourself. You get that thirst that I want to do something in my life. And it is not for others that you need to prove anything. You just want to do it for yourself. And when you have that strong desire, nothing can stop you. No labels, no any kind of limitations, no any kind of limiting belief. When I invested, it's a huge amount. Definitely, we know when we start this journey, we invest a huge amount. Even my husband say, you have gone insane. You were just सारा पैसा डूब जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होना. You are wasting your time, efforts, money, and everything. I just did not care about anything. I invested. I said, see, I want to work on myself. I do not need to say that I would get something back or this and that. I just want to do it and I would do it. And trust me, after 30 days or 40 days, even he noticed that how consistent she is. And when you really prove it to yourself, you do not need to say it to others. You do not need to show it to others. You do not need to prove it to others. You just work on self and people would start to notice you. Yeah, how consistent she is, how strong she is. She is doing everything, but still she is able to do all these things. That's what I got to know in my life. And there are many people. Abhi to aisa hai na, my husband, even my mother-in-law, they understand whenever I have any work, they understand this. They support me, they cooperate with me.
Yes, and what she said is so true. It's irrespective of male and females. Of course, why I said female because I really want to give a strong message here that being a woman, we all need to support each other. We all need to create a world where every woman loves each other. And when we start loving each other, can you imagine? ऐसा बोला जाता है ना कि एक
औरत
घर
औरत
का
की
सब कुछ
दुश्मन
एक
है.
औरत ही होती है. Correct? So you have so much to give. But before that, you need to understand कि एक दूसरे को support करना, एक दूसरे को appreciate करना, एक दूसरे को love करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. And as Nutan said, I just मुझे भी मेरे पुराने दिन recall हो गए. Many family members used to tell me कि मीनल तू क्या orange color का कपड़ा पहन के हिमालय पे जाने वाली है क्या? Or you will provoke people to take divorce. And पता नहीं क्या 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 बोलते थे. But they never understood that I was not in this journey to transform others. I was on the journey to transform myself first. And when I
Yes.
have seen that change in myself, I felt that it's my duty, it's my responsibility to give that light to others. And now
Yes.
we all are working on it. Correct? तो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम तो नूतन यही है कि पहले तो फीमेल्स में ये अवेयरनेस डालना जरूरी है that really we need
Exactly.
to change their perspective towards life. Correct? We are not a commodity for anyone. We are not just here to become moms. We are not just here
Yes.
on the planet to become wife.
Yes.
We
We
are
really need to
something
be
beyond.
awakened.
Yes. So that is what self-love will give you. Do you know that? तब आपको पता चलेगा. Nutan, I know you are also a life coach and you have also taken many one-to-one clients and group coachings. Whenever, what is your experience? Whenever you ask people about their top 3 priorities in life, क्या आंसर मिलते हैं Nutan? Maximum.
First of all, with my one-to-one clients also and in group coaching also, what I have observed, courage is the main thing first. Because we ladies feel that whatever is destined for us, we need to do that. हमारी खुद की कोई desire हो ना, that means we are so selfish.
Yeah.
So we need to have that courage, we need to have that awakening, we need to have to expect that fact that it is not selfishness if we really want to achieve what we want. And for that you need to get some courage. Second जो factor आता है ना women के case में, that is guilt. That is the biggest thing. And all the mothers, they are to like, I'm not a good mother. Because initially even I used to feel so that I'm not a good mother. But when you really love yourself, when you are filled with love, you really become a better mother. You become a happy mother. In every relationship you would be better. So courage, guilt, and एक consistency जो चीज होती है ना, because even after taking one-to-one session, some clients are like, it was better for 1 and 2 months, but again after all these सारी problems फिर से जैसे शुरू हो गई है ना, कुछ वैसा हो जाता है. But these things you really need to adopt in your life. Courage first, guilt-free life you really need to be. It's completely perfect to be selfish initially. There is no any like, there should not be any guilt because you would be selfless eventually, because we women are the givers. And
Yes.
third,
Finally, आप
whatever,
दोगे.
yes, third, bring the consistency. Start with very little steps. नहीं कुछ ज्यादा कर सकते, start with reading, no matter 2 pages, because it brings a consistency factor in you. If you cannot exercise for 30 minutes, do it for 2 minutes. If you are not being able to write gratitude, start with feeling it that I'm grateful, then start writing one gratitude. Start with little step and it would bring consistency in your life. And when all these things become rituals of your life, you get so used to that it becomes your habit, then it's become your behavior, and that it makes you the person that you want to become. And you would not even realize that this is something that you were really working so hard for. This, it's not so tough, but we make it so difficult.
Yes. And for me, Nutan, it is that whenever I ask any women, whether it's a group seminar or one-on-one coaching, first top 3 priorities में वो खुद की कभी खुद रहती ही नहीं है. It's either their children, either their family. The goals are not the goals which they wanted. The goals are always written, हमें बच्चों को बहुत अच्छा आगे पढ़ाना लिखाना है. बहुत अच्छा घर चाहिए या मेरे हस्बैंड का ये प्रमोशन हो जाए. So first top 3 priorities of your life and you are not there. So that really gave me the hit and I thought कि यार खुद को ही प्यार नहीं करते हम, खुद के बारे
Yes.
में ही नहीं सोचते तो किसी और को कैसे देंगे. If you see Oprah Winfrey, if you see Mother Teresa, these people are full of love. तो कल ही मैं एक बुक पढ़ रही थी, Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It was written that in Oprah's one of the show, she believes, if you see her video, she always believe more in giving, in rather than success. She believes more in significance. So in that show, उसने first 311 लोगों को एकदम कार गिफ्ट कर दिया. एंड देन शी, जितने भी ऑडियंस थे सबको एक एक केस दिया था, छोटा सा बॉक्स, उसके अंदर उसने अनाउंस किया कि देयर विल बी अ की ऑफ कार. And trust me, when everyone opened that box, everyone was having a car key. So it was that in normal live shows, she gifted so many people the car. और ऐसा कब पॉसिबल है? लोग बोलते हैं अरे वो ऑपरा विंफ्री है, उसके पास इतना पैसा है. So you know, she was not having so much. But when she started loving herself, when she started investing herself, तब उसके लाइफ में ये डे आया है. Correct? So to go beyond your big ideas, beyond your dreams, when they say, no, the magic of thinking big, it's your ambition. तो उस
Yeah.
ambition को जानने के लिए पहले फोकस अपने ऊपर करना पड़ता है. और फिर तो it's just about giving, giving, giving. If you see the
Yes.
sun, when the fusion and fission reaction starts, it starts from single. और बेचारा sun आज तक दे ही रहा है.
True.
Correct? It's not stopping giving. So you have to understand. पहले हर चीज से मतलब फुल हो जाओ. When I say full, जब आपका कप फाइनेंशियली ओवरफ्लो हो रहा है, प्यार से ओवरफ्लो हो रहा है, हेल्थ वाइज आप ओवरफ्लो कर रहे हो, start, let it overflow and then start giving others. Correct? हम खुद
Yes,
ही नहीं है
absolutely.
physical fit, financially independent, emotionally stable और सोचते हैं बाकी सब कुछ कर लेंगे, then it's not. Correct? So,
Yes.
Nutan, my next question to you is that whatever, like it's been almost 2 years as a journey for you, and even for me, I completed 2 years. What do you think that what you want to give the message to every woman, those who are listening to us, or maybe they will listen to us, that how should they start their journey?
See how they should start their journey. Everyone's journey is different, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you feel, you can do. Because आजकल क्या होता है ना, there is lot of information, lot of knowledge everywhere, on the Google, on the YouTube, everywhere. But have you ever noticed that if you know everything, then why are you not being able to do anything? Because it's your life, it's your story, it's your journey, it's your pace. Whatever you could do, just start with that. डोंट थिंक कि मुझे बहुत बड़ा करना है. स्टार्ट विद टीनी मिनी स्टेप्स, एंड धीरे धीरे वही स्टेप्स इतने बड़े रिजल्ट्स आपको देंगे ना, यू वुड नॉट बी एबल टू इमेजिन. But you know what the problem is? We do not have clarity actually what we do in our life. What we really want to believe, that is what we want. And what we really believe, what others want for us. You need to be very clear in these two statements.
Yes.
So believe what you want to believe. Because कई बारी होता है ना, if I would say that your dream is so big, but you really believe you deserve it, you can do it, so you need to believe in that, what you want to believe. Don't go with what others believe for you, because लोगों ने labels देने हैं. So don't worry about that. Start your journey with whatever you can, with many steps, and you will be
Yes.
able to achieve everything in your life. Love yourself first of all. Love yourself the
Correct.
most, and life would be the most beautiful to you. And there would be no much delay, that you would feel that you are the most amazing person that I have ever met in my life.
Yes. You know what Nutan said, that yes, everyone's journey is different, everyone's speed is different, everyone's motive is different, everyone's inspiration is different. But when I say that how to start the journey, it starts from only one thing. Start asking yourself why I am here. The day you start asking this question to yourself daily, your mind will start thinking, and then क्योंकि journey तो चल ही रही है अभी तक, but it is on survival mode. So if you want to change your journey, you should start asking yourself, why am I here on the planet? Yes. And when you start with this question and taking small steps, there is one beautiful formula: P multiplied by E is equals to S. That is, purpose multiplied by energy is equals to small, simple steps. So you should know your why. Give your energy is equals to small, simple steps. So if you start with this, then you see how your journey really, your journey मस्त होनी चाहिए, थोड़ा roller coaster जैसे धीरे धीरे चल रही है, like all other creatures on the planet. So nahi, kuch to, you should imagine yourself 90 years old sitting and telling your grandchildren the story about your life. So उस
Yes.
स्टोरी में मजा आ जाना चाहिए, आप अपनी सीट से कूद जाने चाहिए 90 years में भी कि वाओ मैंने क्या जिंदगी जी. और उसके लिए it starts with self love. Self love is a very very deeper concept which you need to explore, which you need to inquire deeper. So you can follow any coaches, information is available everywhere, but start focusing. So now we are open for the questions. Please go ahead and ask the questions. Perlin is saying one step at a time. So good you shared this. Yes, thank you, Nutan, for sharing this. So if you
Thank you
want
so
to
much.
ask any questions, any doubt you have, please go ahead. It's not related to self-love. Whatever questions you feel is coming to your mind related to your health, wealth, finance, relationship with yourself, contribution to the world, happiness, whatever, just write it down so that we can take your questions.
And
Please
Meenal,
go
I
ahead.
would just like to add one point that the thing you
Please
have
go
shared,
ahead.
we should really love our journey. We should love what we did in our life. Because a very simple thing, whenever we plan a journey, na, us time pe excitement level is at a different level. During the journey, we enjoy the most. But when we reach at the destination, na, then we start to think that what could be our next journey? We should plan something more. This is how you should live your life. You should not get too attached with your destination or anything. You should live your life in that maximum optimum way that whenever you look 10 years back or 20 years back now, you should feel what life I lived there.
And for that, you need to focus on the two aspects of your life. One is your material and one is your spiritual life. So, materialistic life and spiritual life should go both hand in hand. I'm not saying that you don't need material. Of course, you should have all the desires. And that is the reason I said start with your why. Why I am here on the planet. Then you will start getting the answers. We are not here just for having a house, a car, family. We are beyond that. We are here for beyond that. So please go ahead with the questions. We both are really excited to take the questions. So true, Coach Nutan. Love the conversation going there, and thanks for sharing your insight. Yes, Perlin, thank you. Yes, Nutan, it's for you.
Thank you so much, Parleen.
Okay, so any questions? Let me check because it goes so fast. I think our tribe is so smart that they don't have any questions only. I'm still going to wait because I know it takes time to write and I really want questions to be asked so that, we feel really excited when people ask questions and to answer that. Don't try. We are not going to judge you. And in this tribe, no one judges anyone. So
Yes.
please feel free to ask any question, whatever comes to your mind. It's not related to self-love also. Anything. Please go ahead. Whatever you have. Nutan, till the time if you want to share something to
Because
anyone.
yes, self love is really key to the success. As Meenal said, your question should not only be related to self love, because but this is the key for every law. If you love yourself, you will get answer of every problem in your life because it would change the perspective, the life you live.
Yes.
There
You need to
is
become open minded.
yes.
You need to become open minded. Hi, Priyanka, Manya, Pratap Singh, Core 0903, Priyanka, Arohi, Hasi, Pooja, Creative. If you don't have questions, should we ask the questions? Please give 2 mantras to be used in 5 minutes a day for making mastering self-love if possible. Amazing. Parli, you go ahead and then I will share.
Sure. First thing, as we both discussed, Meenal and I, that when morning you wake up, look into the mirror and say that you love yourself. Try to appreciate yourself. You know, when someone does something good for you, you always feel to say thank you. You really did a lot for me. But did you ever say thanks to yourself? In the morning, first thing, look into the mirror, say that you love yourself, acknowledge that what good you did for yourself, and if you really accomplish something big, really appreciate that and
Yeah.
start.
So
Second, yes, yes,
yeah,
Meenal,
yeah.
please go.
Please, you go ahead. Please go ahead.
And second, you should take every day, do something which is really out of your comfort zone to love yourself more. Take a
Yeah.
tiny
Amazing.
mini step and it would really change your life. So I personally feel these two steps really change your life.
Perlene, first of all, thank you for that question because in 21st century, everyone believes that 5 minutes में mastery हो जानी चाहिए. Correct. That is what I wanted to share because when I was reading, it is within 5 minutes में mastery. I can give you two mantras which can help you to become the master in a huge run. And number one thing I always believe, I start my day with lighting a lamp. It's just near my bed to make myself realize कि अभी भी मैं alive हूँ and my purpose is still there. So first thing, always start. It's my way of saying thank you to Almighty. You have given me one more day, okay, to fulfill my purpose. So that's what which gives me accomplishment feeling कि wow मेरा time खत्म नहीं हुआ है, मेरे पास time है. That's my mantra. Number two thing which I do again before going to bed, I do mirror technique. I stand in front of mirror, which already Newton has shared a little bit of it. I share four things in the mirror. First of all, I say I love you to myself. Second thing, I appreciate myself for doing one or two tasks, even if they're very small. I do that. Number three thing, I commit myself that if I'm there tomorrow, still I would be doing for the world, the purpose. And the fourth thing which I do, I forgive myself and I do. So these two rituals, or you should say the mantras, which I do daily. So thank you, Perline, for bringing that awareness to the audience because it's really important for everyone to understand and just start doing it. Thank you, and I hope, Perline, you got your answer. Sarita is saying, please explain self-doubt, how to deal with it.
See, Sarita, self doubt, the question you have asked, first of all, you really need to recognize that this doubt is really created by you or it is created by someone else. If someone is saying something wrong, then if are you believing in that, or there is something that you feel from yourself. So if you could please let me know in the comment box, so it would give more clarification to your question, so that I would be able to answer how to deal with it. And if Meenal would like to add something to it.
Yeah. Please explain self-doubt, how to deal it with it. First of all, Sarita, you need to understand from where this self-doubt started. As I have taken many sessions, and with my experience, I can say that this self-doubt is very much related to your childhood traumas. एनी टाइम रैंडमली कभी किसी ने आपको कुछ कह दिया होगा और आप आज तक वो इंप्रेशन अपने माइंड में लेके चल रही हैं, वहीं से ये सेल्फ डाउट स्टार्ट होता है. एंड इफ वी ऑल आर एडल्ट्स, वी हैव टू रिमेम्बर कि कभी ना कभी किसी ने रैंडमली भी में बोल दिया होगा, अरे तुझे ये इतना सा काम नहीं आया, अरे तुम तो इस तरह से बात ही नहीं कर पा रही हो. सो दीज हैव ह्यूज इंप्रेशंस इन आवर माइंड और एडल्ट होने के बाद भी हमारे अंदर वो डाउट भरा रहता है. Okay, so when you talk about self-doubt, it has maximum time it is from our childhood traumas.
Yes.
Maybe second, it can start from your young adulthood also. Because as we start growing, there are a lot of expectations from our parents and our family. और जब हम नहीं कर पाते तो वो सेल्फ डाउट. बिकॉज सरिता, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस वेरी क्लियर. जब हम इस प्लैनेट पे आए थे तो ये डाउट जैसी चीज ही नहीं थी हमारे अंदर. As our
Exactly.
ego grows, as we go to a school, especially the current education system, I want to say it has a huge hand in creating self-doubt. Competition, first, second, third, he is very intelligent, she is very dumb. ये हमने बहुत PTMs में सुना है, right, Sarita? So it always started with the society, with the school, with the parents. Sorry, but I have to say this. एंड देन जब हम बड़े होते हैं तो हमें पता नहीं चलता, वो कहीं ना कहीं पीछे से आने लगता है अंदर से. तो हाउ टू डील विद इट? देयर इज ओनली वन way to deal with self doubt. Wherever you feel that you're not confident to perform that task, take action immediately. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is given by Mel Robinson. She is a brain coach and she always says कि अगर आप ब्रेन को बोलोगे कि मैं ये काम नहीं कर सकती सरिता, तो ब्रेन आपको 1000 रीजन दे देगा कि यस तुम ये काम नहीं कर सकती. इसलिए डोंट गिव योर ब्रेन टाइम टू थिंक. Immediately take the action, because our brain is created on survival mode. Reptilian brain बहुत पुराना है, वो आपको सिर्फ सर्वाइवल मोड के लिए रहने देगा. तो whenever you have doubt, for example, people have fear of speaking publicly. So when you stand on the stage, you will have a self doubt कि पता नहीं मैं लड़खड़ा के तो नहीं बोलूंगी, maybe my English is not good, maybe my Hindi is not good, maybe I'm weak in vocabulary. What this time you have to do, Sarita? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 और बोलना शुरू कर दो. So
हाँ,
to
क्योंकि
deal with
नॉर्मली
self doubt, action is very important. Okay, Sarita. Second thing is the breath work. कभी भी self doubt आए, minimum 5 deep breaths लेना at any count, maybe 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 7, whatever you feel comfortable, and again take the action. Okay, so breath work will. Yes, Sarita is saying yes. Yes,
yes,
yes, darling. I know,
yes,
Sarita, 75% people on the planet are scared of speaking in front of everyone. So go ahead,
yes.
try to apply these two things, and I'm sure it will help you. Yanjana Rajesh is asking, how do I get rid of bullies in workplace?
How to get rid of bullies in workplace? Actually होता क्या है ना, we start to believe what others talk about us. And first of all, you really need to think कि अगर जिस चीज को लेके लोग आपको bully कर रहे हैं, are you really that particular? Because कई बारी होता है ना, लोग हमें बोलते हैं कि she is so arrogant, but do you really believe about yourself that you are arrogant? Instead of feeling bad that what others do talk about you, why you do not have believe in yourself that you are really so good in it? बिकॉज जैसे अभी ये क्वेश्चन था ना, सेल्फ डाउट. नॉर्मली हम जिसको सेल्फ डाउट बोलते भी है ना, दीज डाउट्स आर क्रिएटेड बाय सम अदर्स पीपल, no matter in childhood or when we were growing up, but these doubts are given by the people around us, our parents or siblings or friends and anyone. और वही चीज हमारे दिमाग में ना, we start to believe कि नहीं यार, we are really not good in it. So first of all, you need to find out this thing, that the people who bully you for that particular thing, are you really that? And if you have that confidence level that you are good, what people call you bad, then you will not feel bad about it. And when you do not feel bad what others talk about you, you do not care what others say. You are just so happy in yourself and you are that much confident that people would think twice or 10 times that even they should talk about you this or not.
So my reply to who has asked this question, yeah, Nudin, who asked this question?
Sorry.
Who has asked this question? I can't. Yeah, Yanchna. When we talk about workplace, first of all, just remember, bully तो हम बचपन से ही होते हैं, चाहे घर हो, चाहे स्कूल हो, चाहे relatives हो, correct? So even the workplace. Yanchna, here is what self-love come in. What you think about yourself is the answer to the people who are bullying you. Okay, and the best thing is start ignoring them, start setting the boundaries, firm boundaries. I don't know what kind of workplace you are and who bullies you, but आपको boundary set करना बहुत जरूरी है. What kind of energy you have, or what kind of a person you are when you enter your office or when you enter at your workplace, that shows that what freedom you're giving others to treat you. Clear? So first of all, those who are thinking about the workplace, from day one only you have to remember कि मैं अपने बारे में क्या सोचती हूँ. सेकेंड थिंग, जब मैं वहां पे एंटर कर रही हूँ तो मैं दूसरों को क्या इंडिकेट कर रही हूँ, हाउ दे कैन ट्रीट मी. सो हाउ यू ट्रीट योरसेल्फ इन फ्रंट ऑफ अदर्स विल गिव देम the idea how to treat yourself. Okay, so Yanchana, don't worry, लोगों का काम है कहना, but I just want to say boundaries जरूर set कर लो और बाकी सबके लिए deaf हो जाओ. Let them speak whatever they want to speak. Okay, it's none of your business. Just be relaxed. But yes, if it is a physical harassment or if it is going beyond your hand, you can take right step. Right, you have the right to take any decision for that. Maybe your workplace must be having certain code of conducts or essential agreements. Please go ahead and अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरे हाथ के कंट्रोल से बाहर है, then you are ready to do. Okay, Yanchna, but please start loving yourself. And किसी और की बुली से आपको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. हमेशा वो मूवी का सॉन्ग याद रखिए, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. But if it is really bothering you, please, darling, I really recommend you, अगर आपके हाथ से बाहर जा रही है वो चीज, so start taking serious steps. Yes, Rocky, there was a serious disturbance. Nutan is attending from some place. So thank you and sorry for that. So I thank you, Yanjana. I hope both the answers will help you. Now, Khade 204 Khade, I think I pronounce it right, is asking how to cure OCD. First of all, have you, if you're writing for yourself OCD, I just want to ask that, have you shown to any doctor, or you have taken any prescription, or somebody said you had any medical tests to check whether you have OCD? First of all, I want you to answer me this, okay? Then only I will move ahead with this question, because you cannot tag yourself that you are a OCD person or you're struggling with it. बहुत सारे लोग आजकल अपने आप से ऐसा डिसाइड कर लेते हैं कि मुझे सफाई बहुत पसंद है, या मैं किसी चीज को लेके ज्यादा ऑब्सेस्ड हूं तो मुझे OCD है. So don't do that, okay? First check you really have it, then work on the solutions. Okay, how to overcome overthinking? फिलहाल तो I just want to say that always don't think that overthinking कुछ गलत चीज है. Okay, first thing, very important. हम overthinking कब करते हैं? जब हम किसी चीज को लेके we are not aware about a particular thing, उसके in-depth understanding नहीं होती है, तो हम overthinking करते हैं. And usually we do overthinking about our future, right? Yes, I'm taking treatment from psychiatrist. Okay, so I hope he must have helped you, but still I will tell you what to do with OCD. Okay, so how to overcome overthinking? We usually do for the future, जहाँ पे हमें बहुत सारी चीजें unknown रहती हैं, और हम जब ओवरथिंकिंग करते हैं तो हमें एंजाइटी होती है. ठीक है, सो सबसे पहले अगर आपको ओवरथिंकिंग को स्टॉप करना है, तो पहले तो पावर ऑफ प्रेजेंट को समझना शुरू कर दो. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आपको कुछ फ्यूचर में चेंज करना है तो यू हैव टू वर्क राइट नाउ. प्रेजेंट में ही कुछ स्टेप ले सकते हैं सो दैट फ्यूचर चेंजेस. ओके, नंबर वन थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग, टू स्टॉप ओवर थिंकिंग, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द ब्रेथ वर्क. ब्रेथ वर्क इज रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. इस प्लैनेट में आप कितने भी साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास चले जाओ, कितने भी डॉक्टर्स के पास चले जाओ, कितने भी कोचेस के पास चले जाओ, मेंटोर्स के पास चले जाओ, किसी भी, जस्ट रिमेंबर हमारे पास एक ही चीज है, एंड आई ऑलवेज से दैट इज द ब्रह्मास्त्र, दैट इज आवर breathing. So first thing you have to do is to sit and breathe, because once we breathe, आपका nervous system, आपका brain, आपकी body, सब कुछ immediately relaxed and calm हो जाती है. Okay, so first most important thing to stop overthinking is to breathe. Number two thing is write down, journaling karo. Sit and write down whatever thought is coming to your mind. For example, I want to share my experience only. Like if I want to travel somewhere, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा overthink करती थी. मुझे ऐसे thought आते थे, accident तो नहीं हो जाएगा, तबीयत खराब तो नहीं हो जाएगी, फ्लाइट तो मिस नहीं हो जाएगी, ये तो means unnecessary thoughts, right? I'm just giving you the example. So what I started doing it, I started writing down everything, because when we write, हम यहाँ से सारा निकाल के कहीं और dump कर रहे हैं, and when we dump it makes this place empty, and when it is empty, now you're stopping overthinking. And when we do overthinking, हमारे brain का एक part है amygdala, वो hijack हो जाता है, और जब वो hijack हो जाता है तो हम कुछ सोच नहीं पाते और हमारा decision making और poor हो जाता है, right? So just one most important thing to stop overthinking, first is breathing and breath work. बहुत type के breath works है, और अगर आपको किसी से नहीं भी सीखना है, normally आंखें खोल के भी breathe in, breathe out करना है, you can do that. Or you can take, you can breathe from your mouth as if you are drinking any juice, like, and breathe out from your mouth as you're blowing the candle. Ye second, I told you journaling. And third, very important for again overthinking, which I will say, move your body, because when we are overthinking, हम mind में है, right? And if you want to stop overthinking, you have to come out from the mind. So if you want to come out from the mind, use your physiology, move in any form. You can dance, you can exercise, you can go for a walk. So start applying these three things. Definitely your overthinking will be in the control. और overthinking कोई गलत बात नहीं है, हर कोई overthink करता है, तो उसको इतना टेंशन में मत लेना कि अरे बाप रे मैं overthinking करता हूँ. It's very normal. Start using these techniques which I told you. Okay, clear? I hope it will help you. I want you to write your name so that I can acknowledge you with your name. And it will. Manya is asking, whenever we have two options, it's 5 o'clock, it's the last question, and I think Nutan is having some internet issue. That's the reason she has left. But I really want to thank Nutan for sparing the time. She's right now in Mumbai, family holidays, but still she came. So thank you so much, Nutan. And Khade 2048. Thank you so much. I hope it will help you. And related to your OCD, I'm also answering. So let me take this question first. Whenever we have two options, how... Yes, Deepak, I will be telling you about OCD. Whenever we have two options, how can we choose what is right? First of all, Manya, you have to understand that on this planet, there is nothing right and wrong. Okay, it's about your perspective. Maybe something is right for you, that same thing can be not right for other person. Maybe it can be wrong. Clear? So when you are saying that you have two options, only one thing you have to do: take a piece of paper, write both the options, take 4-5 breaths, sit. Why I'm asking you to take breaths? Because your mind is focused when you're doing some activity. This is a wonderful exercise, and I also do whenever I have to choose among two. So I sit and I start writing it down without giving a thought. Thought nahi lana hai, emotions mein nahi jana hai. Because from thought to emotion and feelings, it just takes 17 seconds. So वो time नहीं देना है हमको हमारे body और brain को. So Manya, what you will do, you will write both the options. I don't know what are your options, A and B. किसी भी चीज में related हो. A की सारी चीजें लिखो, मैं ये क्यों करना चाहती हूँ. B की सारी चीजें लिखो, मैं ये क्यों करना चाहती हूँ. Again, write it down why I should not do this and why I should not do this. So write all the possibilities, all the answers, and then find it out what you have to do. It's not about right and wrong. Okay, let me give you a random example, Manya. Like smoking. Okay, for many people, smoking is a habit. If we argue, yes, smoking ke pack pe hi likha rehta hai, injurious to health, but still people smoke, correct? So when you have to understand that whether it is right and wrong, please sit down and write it down. Why do you love to smoke? Write down the reason. Why should I not smoke? Write it down. And then observe. हमेशा observer बनो. Don't keep yourself at the first position, Manya. Ask yourself, ऐसे क्वेश्चन किया करो, अगर इस सिचुएशन में मान्या होती तो वो क्या चूज करती, और फिर सब लिखो एंड देन कम अप विद द सॉल्यूशन. ओके मान्या, दैट विल हेल्प यू. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, मेरे पास भी जब दो चीजें आती हैं, लाइक इफ इट इज माय वर्क प्लेस और इफ इट इज माय कोचिंग, और मेरे बेटे के लिए मुझे कुछ डिसीजन लेना रहता है ऑन हिज बिहाफ, देन आई ऑलवेज यूज दिस एक्सरसाइज. आई राइट इट डाउन एंड देन आई कम अप विद द सॉल्यूशन. सो नेवर try to see as an observer with right and wrong. Find it out all the possibilities, what your brain is telling you, whether you should do it or not. Okay, ये perspective change कर. I hope Manya it will help you. Hi, do you say something about makeup and appearance? Of course, yes, everyone loves to look beautiful, but beauty is mainly from your core. So if you want to enhance it, yes, you can do it. And if you ask me, my art, I love to do makeup and I do it. But जब से मैंने self love पे concept को explore करना शुरू किया है, मैं बहुत मेकअप पे तो नहीं बोलना चाहूंगी. आई लव इट व्हेन आई फील दैट आज मुझे बहुत मेकअप करना है, मैं बहुत सारा मेकअप भी करती हूँ. जब मुझे लगता है बिल्कुल सिंपल रहना है तो मैं सिंपल भी रहती हूँ. बट आई हैव स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, बिकॉज इसके पहले मुझे इनर ब्यूटी का मीनिंग नहीं पता था. सो माई आर्ट, आई हैव स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन इट. सो इट्स एब्सोल्युटली अप टू यू. ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू मीट द पर्सन, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मेकअप और अपीयरेंस से ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है आपकी एनर्जी. व्हेन यू एंटर द रूम, इट गिव्स यू a different aura. आपका aura पे बहुत ज्यादा वर्क करो. You know, when I walk, when I enter any room, मैंने मेकअप किया हो या नहीं किया हो, मैं मेरी एनर्जी ऐसी रखती हूँ कि आई एम श्योर हर कोई पलट के मुझे तो जरूर देखेगा. सो फॉर दिस आई हैव वर्कड अ लॉट. So start working on it. It is about your confidence, how you carry. It is about how you carry your own aura. It is about that. Okay, and makeup is an add-on. Appearance is an add-on. Okay, I have to answer for OCD. For OCD, I just want to say कि if you go to a psychiatrist or if you go to a doctor, they will. I don't want to comment on this in details. But अगर आप medicines ले रहे हैं तो continue with your medicine. But most important thing, I really want to share with you, Deepak. Please start focusing on your daily rituals, because even I was a patient of anxiety और मुझे दिन भर में 8 tablets पे डाल दिया गया था. Waking up, taking medicine. Lunch, take medicine. Breakfast, take medicine. But I really worked it out and I stopped everything. Okay, so it's very important what the hell you're facing in your life. सब कुछ 2 चीजों से ठीक हो सकता है. सबसे important अपने आप को जानना शुरू करो. और प्लीज किसी के पास भी जाओ, आई एम श्योर आज के जमाने में वो ब्रीदिंग को इतना इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देता, बट इफ यू सी आवर कल्चर, वी आर दैट ब्रेथ ओनली. 2 मिनट के लिए अपनी नाक बंद करके देखो, you won't be here in the life, right? So everything is that breath. Your nervous system, your respiratory system, your whole body, your brain, your every part of the cell, Deepak, is related to your breath. तो OCD कोई इतना बड़ा टास्क नहीं है जो आप नहीं कर सकते. उसको ज्यादा सोचो मत, अपने breath work पे फोकस करो. And सुबह 10 मिनट, because when you wake up, you are just coming from alpha to beta. What is alpha beta? वो पढ़ लेना इंटरनेट पे, that's okay. That is कि हम जब सो के उठ के आते तो हम मटेरियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड में आ रहे हैं. फ्रॉम 3D वी आर कमिंग टू द 3D वर्ल्ड. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि पहले हम ब्रीथ करके अपने माइंड को कनेक्ट कर ले, नहीं तो हम इमीडिएटली पुराने सॉफ्टवेयर पे चले जाते हैं. कल क्या हुआ था, परसों क्या हुआ था, मुझे ओसीडी है, मुझे ये है, मुझे वो है. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? Before, because when you're sleeping, you're not aware about your identity and your past. And before going to bed also, it's very important, do the breath work. So I highly recommend you, Deepak, for OCD, start doing the breath work. अभी आपको लग रहा होगा कि क्या breath work से ये possible है? 110% it is possible, because I have worked it and it has changed me. Secondly, Deepak, start working on your daily habits. Okay, किसी भी चीज को इतना अपने दिमाग में इस चीज को लेके मत परेशान होना कि मुझे OCD है. You have the super power. ये तो बहुत छोटी सी चीज है. लोग कैंसर और बड़ी बड़ी बीमारियां भी ठीक कर लेते when they focus on themselves. And Deepak, I just want to tell you, today watch the movie Secret alone for 1.5 hours. You will get it on the YouTube. Just go and watch it. That will give you tremendous strength and it will give you the understanding of knowing your powers. Okay, Deepak? So OCD के लिए मैं अभी इतना ही बोलूंगी, क्योंकि अगर हम डिटेल्स में जाएंगे तो आपको इंटरनेट पे और आपकी साइक्रेटिस्ट तो सब दे ही रही होगी, पर मैं सिर्फ आपको एक ब्रह्मास्त्र दे रही हूँ, and that is your breath work. My art, I will 100% reply this question in the next live, because आज बहुत सारे questions हो गए. It's almost 1 hour 10 minutes. Thank you, Manya. Love you. So I would be yeah, I have done a lot on my aura, and I really want to say we all have that aura, but because of the negative beliefs and everything, वो layers हम deplete करते जा रहे हैं और हम सिर्फ matter बचे हैं. So if you work on your spiritual part, my art, I'm just telling you, आपका aura of course enhance होगा. Okay, so you have to work. So thank you so much. Thank you, Nutan. I'm sure she will see the live, and thank you to everyone जो start से लेके अभी तक बैठे हैं पूरा, and thank you for amazing questions. Rocky, I have shared the movie name is The Secret. The Secret. Okay, there is a book also, but first watch the movie. Rocky, I have shared my daily routines, but if you want to see, you can go and listen to my lives, but still I will tell you. Okay, in please अगले लाइव में सब कुछ जरूर बताऊंगी. अभी के लिए तो मुझे जाना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मैं इंस्टा पे फीड ही नहीं डाल पाऊंगी. It's extending the limit. So love you all. Happy New Year. Start loving yourself. That's most important thing. And ask yourself why you are here on the planet. That's the most important question. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.